530 years ago, the King and Queen of England crossed the moat of this magnificent Tudor mansion to stay with its owners. The family that welcomed them then still live here today. Find out where I am in just a moment. It's a nautical passion drawing today's house buyers from a busy life in a town towards a stunning pocket of rural England. And we do well to fulfil the property shopping list. So if I've got you the double garage and the log burner, you're moving in, right?
Almost.
Not doing bad.
And the smiles continue as things get better and better.
This is the kitchen we imagined.
You wouldn't want to do anything to it, would you? It's just...
When can we move in?
Today we're in Norfolk and this is the impressive Oxburgh Hall. Although it's now managed by the National Trust, the Bedingfeld family have lived here for some 600 years. Now back in Tudor times, brick was an expensive option, so this was a clear sign of their status within the royal circle. In fact, the family became guardians of the exiled Catherine of Aragon and then to the future Elizabeth I. Royal connections aside, there are plenty of other rural gems to celebrate here in this historic county. Norfolk sits to the east of England, sharing a border with the North Sea. Known for its expansive flat landscapes, huge skies and majestic windmills, the county's footprint is mainly agricultural, with crops such as wheat and sugar beet a familiar sight. The architectural mark of the region is its many striking buildings and cottages built from brick and local Norfolk flint. These include those proudly on display in many towns and villages, such as the Georgian market town of Holt in the northeast of the county, or the coastal village of Blakeney in the north, which is a protected environment renowned for its wildlife and beauty. The Blakeney National Nature Reserve is one of the largest areas of undeveloped coastal habitat of its type in Europe. Inland, the scenic Norfolk Broads is a network of man-made rivers and lakes, featuring more than 125 miles of navigable waterways which are home to a quarter of the UK's rarest species. So whether just visiting Norfolk like 30 million tourists a year, or choosing it as a place to lay down roots, the county offers not only architectural delights, but outstanding natural beauty too. At £294,000, the average cost of a detached home here in Norfolk is around £30,000 less than the national figure, which is pretty good value for money. But in the last year alone, property prices here have soared by 10%, largely fuelled by second homeowners and retirees. In fact, it's estimated a tenth of all property on the county's north coast are used as holiday homes. Now, today's buyers want to make this county their permanent home, so they have everyday access to those scenic attractions that draw scores of visitors every year. Paths first crossed for company director Paul and his administrator wife Victoria 6 years ago. They met when she became the office manager at the security company Paul used to work for.
We got on really well, good friends, had a really good relationship at work. And it just sort of really went from there, didn't it?
Within a month, you'd moved in with me.
Moved in, yeah.
Within 6 months, we'd bought this house. Before that, we actually got engaged. And then just after a year of being together, we got married.
6 months later, we got married, yeah.
The pair live in Rayleigh in Essex, but after visiting friends in the Norfolk countryside 3 years ago, they've had their eyes opened to a different way of life.
Our friends, they've got a boat on the Broads. They said, kept asking us, come down, come and see the boat, and neither of us were really sure. We went down there, absolutely loved it. We left that weekend, sort of come away, and it was, right, when we getting a boat?
So after falling in love with all Norfolk has to offer, Victoria and Paul are looking forward to laying down roots in the county.
Why put it off, you know? We both sort of looked at each other and said, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah, OK.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And that was it.
The couple will continue to work in their current jobs and don't want more than a 2-hour commute, but they're pretty flexible on where in Norfolk they live.
I think it's the house that will dictate where we end up.
It's not a specific area as such, other than being Norfolk. And if we can be within sort of an hour or so of Norfolk Broads, where we've got the boat, that'd be great.
And when they've found their dream home, the boat lovers are also looking forward to indulging in some other pursuits on dry land.
Just got too many hobbies and not enough time at the moment. Motorcycling, just got back into that again after a brief period off, so got some nice, lovely rides, sort of Norfolk area. We've got some open fields, some nice country lanes, some nice places to go and visit, so that'd be great.
I do sewing, actual like machine sewing, and then cross-stitching as well. And some bits of knitting, and would like to carry that on and probably do a lot more of that, I'd like to think, having more time.
So with their house on the market and their boat waiting for them on the Broads, Paul and Victoria are ready to begin the search for their next big purchase. And it should be a pleasurable experience, as shopping is one of their favourite hobbies.
We're extremely impulsive buyers. We're very good at that. We go out to look at something or have no intention of buying or spending any money.
And
see something, think, we want that, let's buy it. Should we buy it? Yeah, let's buy it.
Yeah, bought several cars like that.
Yeah, cars,
and a few
boats. Yeah, you never know, maybe houses as well, but...
Victoria and Paul would like to live within an hour's drive of their boat on the Broads and are willing to take on a 2-hour commute to their jobs in Essex and Kent, so we've taken that into account in our search. And before we embark on our tour of Norfolk, we're catching up to go over exactly what they're looking for in their new home. Well, Paul and Victoria, I'd say this is a beautiful day for house hunting in Norfolk, and I hear this is all about a boat.
Mainly.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, bought a boat a couple of years ago, sort of started coming up here, fell in love with the area and decided it's where we wanted to move to, really.
Let's talk about the house itself.
OK, he would
Double
say,
garage.
yeah, that's the most important thing for him, or room to build and budget to build one. Yeah, minimum of 3 bedrooms with a study, or 4 bedrooms to use as the study. I'd like a kitchen, diner, open plan. Sort of quite a lot of nice open living space.
Yeah.
Log burner.
Log burner, we'd
I
love a
really
log
like
burner.
a log burner.
Okay. Very country and rural, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
Just, yeah, we like the idea of that.
Yeah, nice enough garden for the dog. Apart from that, I think we're quite easy.
Is there anything you won't compromise on? I need to know these things.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Don't want a thatched roof, because they scare the life out of me.
Grade 2 listed.
Grade 2 listed.
Yeah.
And low...
You don't want grade 2 listed?
No.
OK.
No.
No.
Don't want a house that needs total renovation. Want something that we can pretty much move into with a little bit of decorating.
And low ceilings.
and-
I don't want to walk around like that all the time.
And not near a main road.
No.
And remind me of your budget?
The top end of our budget is about 440,000.
OK.
If that's the right location, the right house, that's the top. So anything really up to that. So
Fantastic. Well, we have some lovely properties to show you, so
Can't
I hope
wait.
you're ready. Going to
Brilliant.
be a busy couple of days. Let's go. For their budget of £440,000, Victoria and Paul would like a detached property with a kitchen diner, open plan living and a log burner. They want 3 bedrooms and a separate study, a pleasant, manageable garden that's suitable for dog Maxie and a double garage for Paul. Location-wise, they'd be happy in a rural setting but need to be able to get to their boat and their jobs. We've assembled a wonderful assortment of properties to present to Victoria and Paul, and after they've completed a tour of each, I'll reveal its price. The final visit to the mystery house is bound to turn things on their head, but could provide just the ticket to country living. What's great about your move is that you're not waiting until you're retiring to live this kind of life that you want to live.
I think the problem is you can keep putting it off. You can be, let's wait till we're older, till we stop working. Well, let's do it now. Let's, try and bring a bit of tranquility into the mayhem, as it were, now, and then it's the beginning.
We're travelling to the village of Cranworth in mid-Norfolk. 10 minutes away is the larger village of Hingham, once the property of William the Conqueror. It's said that a fire destroyed many of the town's buildings in the 18th century, which led to the construction of many of the handsome Georgian houses on display today. A journey of just over 3 miles takes us to this attractive character cottage.
We are an hour from your boat here,
OK.
under a couple of hours back to Essex.
Good, good.
Paul, you are taken care of because the house comes with a double garage.
Yes, it does.
So you're happy?
Yeah, that looks good. That's
You're
a good
done?
start.
What do you think of the cottage itself?
I like it.
Yeah, looks
I
good
think-
so far.
Yeah. I like the windows. Sounds funny, but it's got character.
It's got character, yeah.
Should we go inside and see if you like the inside?
Yeah,
look forward to that.
This rendered detached cottage is built from brick and flint and dates back to 1890, and the welcome double garage has a former life as a blacksmith's. As we're about to see, the home has been beautifully decorated throughout. We're heading in through the front door, which takes us via the porch to the main body of the house, where we're beginning our tour.
I thought I'd bring you into the sitting room first because of what you've just seen.
Log burner.
A log
Nice.
burner.
That's not a bad size,
I
is
like
it?
the size.
So if I've got you the double garage and the log burner, you're moving in, right?
Almost.
Not doing bad.
I like it.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I like it, actually.
Yeah. Still
Yeah.
keeps the sort of little bit of the country, but
Yeah, having the
modern as well.
So you can imagine sitting here, relaxing.
Yep.
log burner on. Little nap in the settee. Perfect.
The smiles are getting wider. I'm liking this. OK, let's see what happens next. Follow me. So it's not the kitchen diner that you wanted, but it's a very modern country kitchen which leads straight through to a summer room.
Nice. Yeah, he's nice. You like that?
So you've got 2 sitting living areas,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, it's
Which
quite
would sort of compensate not being the kitchen diner. You've still got the social bit with the dining room.
But you've got beautiful views from here.
Not overlooked at all.
No.
And you can keep an eye on Paul in the garage.
That's very
From
true.
here.
I can sit there and look at you.
We could move straight in,
Yeah,
put
you
furniture in.
wouldn't need
Wouldn't have to do any work.
No.
It's getting better all the time.
You've also got a shower room downstairs.
Oh, OK.
Oh, OK.
Should we head on upstairs?
Shall
On the first floor of this charming cottage, a pretty family bathroom complete with roll-top bath serves 3 bedrooms. There's a beautifully bright double overlooking the front of the house with a smaller room at the back. And we're headed to the largest of the 3, a dual-aspect double, which I've earmarked for Victoria and Paul.
It's quite a nice size room, isn't it?
Yeah. I like it very light.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure it's big enough, but yeah.
Do you have a super king?
Yes, we do, yeah. Just going to make the room slightly small, but it is a nice size room.
Yes.
Is it somewhere you could live?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I
ticking
think
a lot of the
it's-
boxes.
Yeah.
I
Not
sense
sure it tick-
hesitation, though.
Not sure it ticks them all.
No,
I haven't
not
seen
quite.
anywhere for your office yet. But overall, I think it's a lovely house.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
OK. Should we head back outside?
Perfect.
Talk about the price.
Yeah,
So start
lovely.
thinking. Lead the way.
Thank you.
The gardens are set to the front and side of the property. There's a well-kept lawn, a patio, a pond with a water feature, and a wood store. And it's all surrounded by mature trees and shrubs.
There's possibility of doing something outside, same as a study, maybe extend above the garage and put that there. Possibly.
Well, you've
so,
also got this wood store, so...
yeah, convert those, so there's possibilities.
Yeah, there's...
Well, let's see how much of a possibility it might be. How much do you think this cottage is on the market for?
I think about 395. That's my guess.
I'd like to hope maybe it's a little bit less so that then there's the options for us to do things. So I'll go 390.
I love that look. You're both a little off, but Paul is a little closer. It's on the market for £425,000.
Okay.
Do you want to have a good look around with the price in mind?
Yeah.
And then I'll be out here when you're ready.
OK.
Will do.
Lovely. Thank you.
This well-maintained 19th century cottage has come in £15,000 under budget. It's got that all-important log burner and a fabulous summer room cum dining room offering additional living space. It has 3 bedrooms and outside there's a private, manageable garden with a double garage for Paul. Amenities are just a short drive away.
First impressions, really liked it, nice from outside, nice little garden. Best part, I think, really is probably the kitchen through to the summer room. The lounge is really nice. Flows really well.
First impressions on the house, loved it. The windows, lovely feature. It was just walking in, real country feel, and obviously the log burner just really finished it off. Still having the modern features, having the best of both worlds, really.
The upstairs is not quite big enough, and we've got no study, no spare room, which I would need as an office, so that's the biggest downside with this property, but really nice other than that.
All done?
Yes, think so.
Yep, lovely.
And the good news is we've got plenty more to see.
Perfect.
Great.
The stunning Broads that Norfolk is famous for have earned the moniker the Venice of the East. Surprisingly, there are actually more miles of waterway here than those that ebb and flow around the Italian city. Experiencing more of the Broads is the major pull for Victoria and Paul's move to the area. We've arranged for them to visit Norfolk's largest lake, Hickling Broad, to learn about the ongoing conservation project here. They're meeting Andrea Kelly, Senior Ecologist of the Broads Authority.
So the Broads, they're a wetland, and over the years that wetland has deteriorated in terms of the water quality in particular. And it's really important that we restore the quality of the water so it's benefiting wildlife and it's benefiting people.
What's changed in the water quality in the Broads?
Well, what it was like about 50 or 60 years ago is we had clear water and we had lots and lots of water plants, and that attracted a huge amount of wildlife. And over the years, gradually, we've had wastewater go in, and all that extra nutrient that's come has resulted in algae causing very green water, shading out the water plants, and the water plants are the foundation of the ecosystem.
Andrea and her team members, along with other organisations, including the Wildlife Trust, are working hard to clean up the Broads.
Doing things like removing sediment. We remove equivalent to the Wembley Stadium of sediment per year. Also looking at the amount of water that we have, working with people to conserve water, reducing home use of water benefits the environment.
The Broads attract an abundance of wildlife. Around 230 nationally important invertebrates or mini beasts can be found here. These include Britain's largest butterfly, the swallowtail, and the rare Norfolk hawker dragonfly. There are also 8 species of fish that swim in the waters, including the European eel. Some of Andrea's team members are on the water raking the bed of the lake. They're collecting water samples and plants.
Well, this is a particularly common plant. We were hoping to find some of the rare plants, but where they were water sampling, they just didn't happen to find a patch of those rare plants. So this is called spiked water milfoil. Have a little bit of it. It's quite characteristic. It's got stems and then whorls that come out at points on the stem.
How long can this grow up to?
Well, it can grow almost to the surface here in Hickling Broad. So Hickling's a shallow broad. It grows at the bottom and towers up through the water, and it's great to see them. They're great food for wildfowl.
This spiked water milfoil is an important water plant. Conservationists want to rid the water of algae so that such plants, which crucially provide food for wildlife, are able to flourish.
So what changes have you noticed?
There's been a real improvement in water quality, and with that water quality improvement we're seeing more of these plants, which is great news for our wildlife. I think we're seeing a general recovery. There's still more to do, but it's a good news story.
What can the everyday visitor do to protect the Broads? We've got a boat, so what can we do to help?
I think something really easy for people to do is to join the local Wildlife Trust, just to give some support to people who are managing the areas. Also, if you have got a boat, you've got to recognise that some of your wastewater from the sinks and so on flushes straight out. So look for phosphate-free detergents and chemicals that you use that are environmentally friendly. That can help.
Armed with some valuable knowledge for their next boat trip, it's time for Victoria and Paul to get back to their house hunt. We're on our way to Necton, towards the west of the county. The village is home to many buildings built from brick and local flint and has a friendly community feel. There's a welcoming pub and a handful of shops. The beautiful All Saints Church in the centre of the village is Grade 1 listed, with one wall dating back as far as Norman times. Just over an hour away from the pretty village is Victoria and Paul's boat, and it's less than 2 hours back to Essex. A mile from the centre of the village, we find this impressive former 18th century chapel.
Well,
Nice.
wasn't expecting that.
No, that's very country style, isn't it, with the
Yeah,
shutters?
very different, yeah.
Yeah.
Big driveway
Yeah.
for all your vehicles.
Yeah,
And you've got a long driveway up there as
yeah, I
well.
saw that. Leading to a garage?
No, not yet.
Right.
Looks quite grand, doesn't it?
Does.
With
The in and out.
Yeah, looks a bit posh.
No, it's really nice. I want to get inside.
Let's get inside then.
This striking property has had more than one former life. Originally built from brick and flint in 1785, it became a family home 14 years ago, but before that it's been used as a chapel, a school and a barn. The front door takes us into a beautiful entrance hall where you can just imagine the home in its former guise as a place of worship.
Oh, that's superb. Walk in, that's superb.
He looks happier.
No, I really like that.
It is a wow factor when you walk
Oh.
in. It's just...
Big box ticked, that is.
Yeah.
Let's see more.
Yeah.
Let's go and see if
Exciting,
there's a
yeah.
kitchen diner for you.
It's the kitchen diner.
It's the kitchen diner.
It's lovely. The country style.
Perfection.
Yeah.
This is what you had in mind.
Exactly what
This
we had
is
in
it.
mind, yeah.
You wouldn't want to do anything to it, would you? It's just...
When can we move in? It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is this is the kitchen we imagined.
I haven't seen you smile this wide, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go and see more then. Follow me.
Back across the stunning hallway is the dual aspect sitting room.
Nice. And with the log burner
Yeah,
again.
I like that.
So that is a gas burner.
Okay.
But, of course, you can just get a log burner put in. And this connects nicely to the sunroom.
Brilliant. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it is, yeah, really nice.
And on top of all of that, there's an office downstairs.
Brilliant.
We just
Now
passed
you're
it in the
talking.
hallway.
Yeah, that's superb, that is.
So you like the downstairs?
Yes.
So far.
Let's go see if upstairs suits.
The sweeping staircase leads to a galleried landing on the first floor.
And
And
a sewing nook.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, look at that. Unbelievable.
That was brilliant. I could think of worse views to do something to. No, it'd be perfect. And no, you're not having it for your office.
Make a nice view, though, when it's sat there looking out there.
It would be a lovely office.
It would, it would.
I'll let you fight it out.
Also on this floor is a smart family bathroom and 2 good-sized double bedrooms, along with a smaller room in use as a study. That just leaves the bright and spacious master, which might just accommodate Victoria and Paul's super-sized bed.
I really like the exposed brickwork. 2 nice windows, lovely view.
Squeeze our bed in somehow, do you think?
Yeah,
I think this is big enough for your Super King.
definitely.
And the 4th bedroom could just become dressing room.
No,
Nice
this is-
idea.
Really nice.
Really like
Wake
it.
up to them views.
Oh, lovely. Nice space. Really like it.
And there's an ensuite bathroom.
Oh, even better.
Right,
Yeah,
let's go
great.
back outside,
Yep.
see if there's enough space for your garage, and work out how much this house is going to cost you.
Oh.
The garden here extends to around 1/3 of an acre. It's extremely well kept and divided by manicured hedges into various areas from which to drink in the views. There's a garden shed too, and only one thing that's missing.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Really nice.
It ticks every box but one at the
Yeah,
moment.
other than the garage, it's
Yeah.
ticking them all. Small, manageable garden. Yeah, everything about it. Nice. Drive, space. It's got it all.
But even with the garage, you could move in and store your motorbike in the shed.
Yeah, there is some
There's
storage.
so much space for the cars.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
How much are you going to have to spend to live here? And I feel like in your heads you've moved in already.
I reckon it's got to be at the top end of our budget. It's 440.
I possibly think more of 445. But I'd like to hope that you're going to surprise us and be nice.
It's on the market for £450,000. And apart from the garage, it really does have everything.
It does, yeah.
I think have a good look around.
Yeah.
Yep,
Discuss it between you two. Have a think.
Yes, perfect.
will do.
And I'll come and find you. Or you come find me.
Lovely, thank you.
This 18th century restored chapel has a price tag £10,000 above budget, but it offers Victoria and Paul just about everything they want. It has a spacious kitchen diner and a study. There are 4 bedrooms and a well-looked-after large garden. Location-wise, it's in a rural position, but not too far from amenities.
First walking up, it was amazing. It was just really full of character. It wasn't a square, it was all the shaping of it and everything. And then the entrance sort of really representing the old chapel. It was lovely.
Yeah, loved it. Really good curb appeal for me. Bit different, bit of character. Really nice, yeah. The house has got some great features. Really nice, really like it.
I think we definitely could live here. It just has everything that we want within a house and so much more.
Beaming smiles all round.
Yes.
Great house, yeah. I could see us living there. Yeah,
Really.
nice.
I love ending the day on a high.
It's the second day of our trip around Norfolk on the hunt for a country home for Victoria and Paul from Rayleigh in Essex. They've got a budget of £440,000 to find a home that will allow them to spend more time on their beloved boat, which is moored on the county's beautiful Broads. Still to come, things could go topsy-turvy when we reveal our mystery house.
You wouldn't necessarily ever think of doing that.
No.
But now that it's there,
It's a brilliant
doesn't it
idea.
look beautiful?
The mystery has done its job, really.
And I'll be learning how bovine waste can create energy used to make one of my favourite delicacies.
So it's put back into the system, so everything goes full circle here on this farm. It's day 2 of our property search and time to reveal our final home. It does offer Paul and Victoria a style they're familiar with, but it's the mystery property, so we're flipping things around.
Our last stop to the mystery house takes us to Geldstone, near Norfolk's border with Suffolk. Villagers can enjoy the delicacies available in the local farm shop or sample the food and refreshments on offer in the nearby pub, which is close to pleasant country walks. The rural setting also boasts the pretty River Waveney, which can be appreciated in all its glory by taking a boat trip along the waters. In the heart of the village is where we find our final offering.
Welcome to the mystery house.
Looks quite big.
It does look big. It's different to what we've seen, that's for sure.
Completely different.
Nice, though.
Nice shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guess the mystery?
There's a mystery I can't see.
The mystery can only be seen from inside.
Oh,
And I'll give you a clue. It's something to do with layout. Follow me.
intrigued.
This red brick house was built in the 80s and had a makeover just a few years ago. And the mystery will reveal itself as soon as we enter and head straight upstairs to the kitchen and family room.
Ah, upside down.
Upside down. I brought you upstairs because it's an upside down house.
Not looked at upside down house at all.
No.
Well, the reason they've done this is because of the views. And you've got balconies,
sense.
balcony here and in the sitting room.
Oh, right.
So obviously you can see very open living space.
Yes.
But there's also a separate dining room.
I do love this idea. I think it just brings a different quirkiness to it. But I like it.
Fortunately, Victoria and Paul don't seem to be fazed by this alternative house arrangement. As well as the open plan elements, it has a beautiful separate sitting room which runs from the front to the back of the house, with rural views from both ends.
The sitting room also has a log burner as well as the dining room. So actually you have your choice of where to have your sitting room.
This is quite a nice sitting room, actually. It's a comfortable feeling room.
Cosy.
Yeah, I think it's better than cosy.
It's bigger than cosy, isn't it? So it's cosy, but actually still light and airy. And you have that beautiful little nook. So I was thinking about your sewing.
Nice light for that.
Draw the curtains behind you and not know you're there.
Could you see yourself in a place like this?
Oh, definitely.
I think at the moment,
so.
definitely with what we've seen,
I like
it's...
the open plan flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking good. It's more modern, but it doesn't feel it.
Well, I'm glad you liked the living space.
Yeah.
Now, time to head downstairs
Oh.
to the bedrooms.
Moving down to the ground floor of our upside-down mystery house, the rooms all fan off from a central hallway. There's a well-equipped utility room and a smart family bathroom for 2 of the 3 bedrooms. There are 2 snug doubles, and we're going to the largest of the 3.
The master.
It's quite big.
Yeah, quite expecting that.
And you've got a lovely garden room.
Yeah.
Off the bedroom.
Off the bedroom.
Really strange, but it makes it a really big space,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily ever think of doing that.
No.
But now that it's there,
It's a brilliant
doesn't
idea.
it look beautiful?
Yeah,
You can bring me
there's
tea
so
in the
much
morning.
lighting.
Well, exactly. You've got your own breakfast room there. And there's an ensuite bathroom.
Oh, lovely.
Even better.
Yeah, it's all looking good.
Yeah,
Nice.
really like it.
Yeah.
The mystery has done its job, really.
Well, shall we go through the garden room into the
lovely.
garden?
Perfect.
The landscaped gardens surround the house and are mainly laid to lawn front and back, bordered by pretty flower beds, shrubs and trees. There's a terrace, a shed and an integrated double garage.
Yeah, lovely garden.
It is really nice.
garden. Pretty, very pretty.
And goes all the way round, which is quite nice, which is why you have those lovely views, really,
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
all sides
really
of the
nice.
house.
Yeah, no, I think it's a strong
It's
contender.
nice. Yeah.
Is it a strong contender in your opinion?
It could be, yes,
Depending on the price.
depending on the price.
Well, we might as well discuss that.
I reckon it's on for about $440.
Okay. Bang on your
Yeah.
top budget.
Yeah. I'm going to go for less, considerably. I'm hoping for about 410.
Well, because you keep hoping and guessing, Paul is right again. The guide price says £440,000 to £460,000. We've spoken to the vendors and they will accept £440,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's worth that all day long.
Yeah.
All the right things, all the right places.
Well, there's a lot of living space to see, so why don't you have another look around with the price in mind and come and phone me.
Will do.
Thank you.
Our quirky upside-down mystery house has rung in on the nose of the top budget. It has a large kitchen cum family room, 2 further reception rooms and 3 bedrooms, including a master suite with an unexpected garden room. This charming house also comes with an integrated double garage, perfect for Paul.
Ah, that's it. Proper garage. How to do. See? Bench, car, bike. Job done.
I thought it was really quirky.
Well, when we first walked in, I thought, oh, upside down house. It was really strange. Not looked at one, not been in one, but really liked it. Open plan and looked good, didn't it?
Yeah, and the views front and back really sort of made it different and made it work upside down.
What I like most is the way it flows up
It does
here.
flow really well.
All the rooms seem connected. It's really open plan living, which is, I think, my favourite bit.
Yeah.
So, upside down living might be for you.
It could be.
Yep, could be.
Well, the weather's not great, so let's go somewhere warm and grab a cup of tea.
The nation is always looking for ways to save on energy costs and create affordable energy. And on one pioneering dairy farm in Whiton, in the north of Norfolk, renewable energy is being created from a variety of waste. Energy is harnessed from food and cow manure using a machine called an anaerobic digester. The 500-acre farm is owned and run by Stephen Temple and his wife Catherine. Their herd of brown Swiss cows produces not only waste, but award-winning dairy produce too.
Stephen, thank you very much for having me on the farm today.
Well, you're very welcome.
Tell me more about it.
It's a family farm. My great-grandfather started the business in 1912, and my grandfather and my father built it up from then on. I ran away to Africa to work for 22 years. My father says, well, I'm getting older, can you come and help me? So I came back and did a little bit on the farm, and we've been keeping the dairy herd going here ever since.
But the big difference with this farm is the digester.
I originally got the interest in Africa, so I had an interest in anaerobic digestion from the late 70s.
Anaerobic digestion is a process where microorganisms break down biodegradable material in the absence of oxygen. This creates a gas which can be used to produce what's essentially free energy.
It's a group of bugs that grow in a digester, which are very similar to the bugs that grow in a cow's stomach.
Okay.
So effectively, an anaerobic digester is a giant cow's stomach on life support.
Okay.
But in the digester, another group of bugs called archaea then digest the fatty acids and turn them into methane.
And with the digester, you use that methane, you turn that into energy for the farm?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, it all sounds very clever and very scientific. Stephen's going to let me get up close so I can see how it works for myself.
It holds about 720 tons of slurry.
Wow.
We put the cow manure into the big hopper behind you here, and that gets fed into the digester with liquid. We also put maize silage, and in the winter we put beet in there as well. The cows get the choice pick of the maize, and the lower quality stuff gets fed to the digester, which is not quite so fussy.
Around 2.5 tons of gas is produced a day, which is passed into the big spherical gas holder. It's then sent to the generator to create electricity and heat.
How many other farms have a system like this?
When we started, there were very few. Now there's getting on for about 250.
And so the energy, you sell some of the energy, the rest feeds the farm and
Yes.
heats the farm
Yes. And of course, producing heat for making the cheese.
for making the cheese, another one of your exports.
That's right.
Like the
yes.
electricity.
Yes.
The farm churns out over 30 tons of celebrated cheese a year. It's Stephen's wife Catherine who's in charge of this area, and she has 16 years' experience. Today, she's working on the Bingham Blue.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, hi, welcome to our cheese room.
Thank you.
Making cheese is quite a lengthy process, so on day one we turn the milk into cheese, and on day two we put the salt on the cheese. It looks like I'm putting rather a lot on, but when we're making cheese, we're essentially drying milk out to preserve it. From every 10 litres of milk, we get 1 kilo of cheese and 9 litres of whey, which is actually quite a rich substance with protein and sugar in it. But it doesn't go to waste. We send it down to the digester, and it's a fuel for making electricity.
So it's put back into the system, so everything goes full circle here on this farm.
Well, we try to use our assets to our best advantage and to the planet's best advantage.
When Catherine's finished salting the cheese, it'll go into the storeroom for 5 weeks to grow blue veins and develop its distinctive taste. It's just one of 7 varieties of cheese made here, which is mainly sold locally.
So this is all my favourite cheeses in a plate.
Which would you like to try first?
I'm a hard cheese and a feta fan.
So our hard cheese is called Walsingham after a neighbouring pilgrim village. That one's a year old. Cheddar is better the older it is. But this one is just gorgeous with things like raspberries.
Oh, really? See, I do feta and watermelon. That's a good tip. Lovely. Thank you so much, Catherine. I'm not going anywhere.
We'll find some Norfolk apple juice to go with it.
It's been an inspiring visit to this farm where a passionate focus on sustainability has led to a successful, efficient and environmentally friendly cheesemaking enterprise. For now, it's time to put our energy into finding out if our house hunt has been a success.
Well, it seems Paul and Victoria are keen on two houses that are very different in terms of age and style. So which one will edge it? Time to find out. I'd say it's been a successful week of house hunting because by my reckoning, there are two houses that pretty much fit the bill. Am I right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's about right. Fair to say.
Let's talk about the chapel first. Do you still love it as much?
Yeah.
Yeah, without doubt.
I think it's slightly above the mystery.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are two very different houses, and I think that's half the problem. I mean, for us, I think it's possibly a case of going back and looking at them both again.
I sense you each have a favourite.
Mine initially, probably after the viewings, was the mystery. But coming away from it, I think I'm edging back towards the chapel.
Okay.
Mine's a chapel. It's nearly perfect, house-wise, for me.
In terms of nothing to do
Nothing
once
to
you
do.
move in.
The layout's superb, the space is superb, and the wow factor when I walk in the door. No doubts with that one.
Yeah, you seem very sure, don't you?
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I think there's a possibility after looking at it a second time, we may well then put an offer in.
Are you quite keen to move this forward quickly?
We're going to aim to come back within the next 3 or 4 days to look at the chapel again, and take it from there. You know. Yeah.
Well, I hope it works out because you both seem really, really keen on the chapel in a kind of a relaxed way. I feel I want to urge you along a little bit. I wish you luck and I can't wait to hear that you've moved in.
Yeah.
Come for tea.
Yeah.
I'll take the invite with both hands. But good luck, honestly,
Lovely.
and let me know.
Lovely,
Yeah,
thank
will
you.
do. Thank you.
Before our house hunt here in Norfolk, Paul and Victoria were fairly easygoing about location and style of property, but they knew exactly which amenities they wanted from their home, which is why I'm so pleased that 2 of our houses suited their needs. It was lovely to see their faces light up as they walked around the chapel. As Paul said, sometimes it's the house that picks you. They looked very much at home there, and I hope it becomes exactly that for them. Thank you for joining us here in Norfolk. See you next time on Escape to the Country.
Victoria and Paul were planning to put an offer in on the former chapel, but sadly for them, another buyer pipped them at the post and had their offer accepted first. Now their house hunt continues, and we wish them the very best of luck with their search. If you'd like to escape to the country in Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales or England and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/be on a show.